to social post quick. Social post quick. There we go. And here we go. Hopping on Twitch to stream some Binding. Isaac runs between one of the let's see how long it takes me to get back to being vaguely competent. Can I spell competent? That would be a start. Oh, and I posted it before actually putting the link in. Today's clearly not my day. Today is clearly not my day. Live now. And then we put the link in. That's how I do the Blue Sky post. Hey, Gumba Master. I'm just getting set up. Because we finished playing Yakuza. I'm in between big releases. And I'm feeling a bit ADHD chaotic today. And apparently what that means is go grab a roguelike that I haven't played in a while, and the last time I played it, I was on a 76 runs in a row losing streak, which sounds about right for me. Azazel is the character I know how to play alright as demonstrated by the blood-soaked piece of paper that has all of the little marks on it, which means I should play as someone else, but I haven't played this game in ages. And so, my gut says play as the character that I know how to play kind of good as. Get back into the vibes. Okay. Being able to fly means I can fly over the rocks. Want to keep the fall because it means I can exit the spike room without taking damage. I have only temporary parts at the start, which will hurt everything in the room if they get popped. I'm doing pretty well, Gumba Master. I am very proud of the AA episode that went up today. I'm pretty happy with that. Alongside the Control on Access that went up yesterday. I went and saw Zootopia 2, which sure did feel like a critique on heterosexual relationships and colonialism, which was an experience. Gumba Master says, I'm playing Kingdom Hearts in because I got obsessed thinking about a Deltarune world for Kingdom Hearts 4. It would never happen, but it would be magical. Okay, this is the cricket body. Bursting shots and tears up. Good. I think that's a good one. So I believe on PC you can now just get descriptions, or you can walk into a room and see descriptions of what the items are, but apparently that hasn't come to the console versions, it would seem. 2 coins. I can get a devil room at the end of the 2nd floor if I don't use any red hearts. That's damage up? Yeah. Speed down, that's fine. Okay. Okay, I still have the muscle memory for the distance of these lasers. That's a good start. Oh, that shotgun blast of damage that the laser does is beautiful. Hey, Incompetent Hero, thank you very much for the 40 months of sub. I've been meaning to play this again since I got my Switch 2. Have you tried the co-op mode yet? No, I'm aware it exists, and I would like to try it. I just haven't got around to doing it. Is it... Can you do local co-op? Like, shared screen, one console local co-op. I think that's how it works, and if so, I kind of fancy doing it. And I feel like I could maybe talk Jane into doing co-op. I know she would not play this game single player. Co-op, maybe she would. I don't remember the routing of what bosses I'm going to face depending on which gates I go through toward which endings, so we're going to follow some random doorways and see where I end up, because it's been a while. Also, I need to move my webcam, don't I, so I can see the map, because the map's in the top right. Gosh, it's been a while, hasn't it? Okay, so what I should do is put myself, like, here. Is probably good. This is one of those games where there's no good place to put my camera. I remember that. Projectile protection, yeah, okay. I don't remember what, I don't know what the question mark was going to be, but the question mark could have fucked me up, so we're not going to do it. I can't remember which enemies spit things out on their death. I feel like it's a lot of things down here. Okay, 1/3 of my life gone already, that's a bad start. The Switch 2 is eventually getting the online co-op update. People have done local, but I don't know if that's a mod or not. Yeah, you might know this, Incompetent Hero. I was saying this, I think, just before you arrived. I think PC has been updated so that without having to have a mod, you can have that thing that I've seen popular mods do on PC, where it just, like, tells you a description of what the item does before you pick it up, is a thing you can turn on PC as, like, a default option now, but that's not on console yet. Is that a thing on PC, or did I imagine that? Okay, we have actual hearts. Bomb does a big 4-way laser blast? Demon Blast. We'll work out what Demon Blast does. I'm not going to test it, we're just going to work it out in the field in the moment. Hey, Tara! How you doing? I forgot to have my ADHD meds today. And I'm between big games, and therefore... Oh, this! Oh, how does this work? I touch a white flame, I turn into a ghost, I go through the mirror, there's a second item room, and if I clear a room successfully without dying, I come back to being tangible again. Is that it? Let me Google if that's a thing. I'm certain that's a thing that happened. Binding of Isaac adds item descriptions. Oh, the Binding of Isaac Rebirth added official internal item descriptions to the game in an update that required beating Mum once to unlock. Once enabled in the options, descriptions appear for items, trinkets, and consumables after they've been picked up at least once during a run, similar to popular external mods, but with initial requirement. Now, is that... item descriptions switch. September 2025. Okay, so this was like 2 months ago. Like 2 months ago this got added on PC and it's not on console yet. Okay. It gives you the first part of the special knife. Yeah, it's been a while since I've binding Devised. Yeah, there'll be a white flame somewhere on this level. I mean, I've played enough of this over the years that I have a reasonably good sense of what items do what, but there'll occasionally be one or two where I'm like, I can't tell if you're the one I think you are or not, and... Okay, let's find out. What are these? It's... yeah, four directional laser bombs. Cool. Okay. Is there a Switch 2 edition of this coming? Is that a thing that's confirmed? Okay. I've not seen the white flame yet, or the treasure for this floor. We know where the mirror is. Okay, there's the white flames. Okay, Toxic Splash, I took a risk. Yeah, there was indeed a 3DS version of The Binding of Isaac. Wild as it seems. Okay. Let's try and do this. So if I clear a room as the ghost, I get to be myself again. Yeah, so I do have to kill things, and one hit will kill me in this form. It's mirrored, obviously. Have to be real careful. Real cautious. Do I turn back to normal? Do I turn back to normal as soon as I go through the mirror? They've shown a Switch 2 box for Repentance Plus online. Okay. Interesting. Okay, yeah. Okay, I have half the knife. And I don't remember what the knife does. I think it helps me get through a doorway somewhere to find one of the bosses. I think that's what the knife is for. I'm piecing it back together as we go. Hey, Faster on Wheels. Tara, don't worry about telling me. Like, I wouldn't consider it a spoiler if you told me. I wouldn't be upset, but also, like, yeah, I'm getting back into it as I go. Like, this is one of those games, if I'm musing out loud, you're welcome to tell me an answer to a thing, but also, like, I'm not going to be upset if I just work it out as I go, you know? There we go. I feel like as soon as I see things, muscle memory is going to kick back in. Yeah, I could be heading to literally any boss at this point, and I would not know. Shot speed up. Okay. Okay, King, not worth it. Oh! The mine trap door that I have to blow up and go through. And the other half of the knife is on this floor. It's not through a mirror, it's on this floor. Incompetent Nero says, any plans to stream Kirby Air Riders? I was going to ask about a community play day, but I have no idea how many people in the server actually have it. I have no idea how many people have it either. I'm up for playing some on stream. I don't have any plans early next week stream wise. I could do maybe like a Monday night stream. If I thought about it, tonight probably would have been a good night to stream some Kirby Air Riders, but I'm now here doing a big old ADHD playing The Binding of Isaac, so... Okay. Yeah. If it's a thing I've not played before, I tend to be like, yeah, please don't tell me while I'm using it out loud. But also, this is a game I do know very well from the fact that... Can I show it here? Yeah, with this character, I have the blood stained all of the bit marks on the bit of paper covered in blood. Like, I've played a lot of this game. I just... I'm warming back into it. Big room. How's that looking? Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure somewhere on this floor I will recognize where I get the other half of the knife. I'm pretty sure it'll be this floor. I might be wrong, though. Or a floor that looks like this. It's one of these minecarty floors. I wish I could see, like, the list of floors. If the next floor looks kind of like this floor, it might be the next floor. Let's take a gamble. 15. I have unlimited unlocks. I am very excited for Prime 4 being as close as it is to release. I am keeping my eyes open for any kind of slightly early release for it, if I can find a physical copy any of the places I sometimes find them early. Faster on Wheels says, it looks like you're a kind of cute bat in a dungeon barfing as a weapon. So the gist of this is you unlock more characters as you play. This is not the default character. The story, quote unquote, you originally play as a little character called Isaac. You're crying, your tears are your weapon, you sort of shoot little projectile tears. Your mum wanted to kill you because she thinks that God told her to, in a very sort of like Cain and Abel in the Bible-y kind of way. You run through hellish environments that are sort of a manifestation of your mother's religious madness she's going through, kind of, question mark. A lot of religious imagery, a lot of blood and guts you fight your way through. Unlock new characters as you go. This is Azazel. I enjoy playing as Azazel. Azazel's a sort of demon that vomits lasers. Very short range and requires charging up to be able to attack, but incredibly powerful at that short range, which is what I like about the character. I know there's a lot of people very excited for Prime 4. for Metroid Prime 4's imminent release. If you're in the UK, I might give you a little cheat code on one of the methods that one might play that game legally early if they should wish. There we go. Okay, there's one of these doors. Oh, I don't remember what that item is. I'll have a look in a second. American Evangelical Christianity, yes, specifically. Hey, so yeah, if you're someone that would like to play Metroid Prime 4, I'm going to say probably 3 to 4 days early in the UK. I'm not going to give all my secrets, and like, don't be a narc, or this is going to get, you're not going to be able to take advantage of this, but I would look at the website for the video game secondhand store CEX in the days running up to the release of the video game. Sometimes you will see a video game that is not out yet start popping up as available on their website. And if you look at which branches have stock and you go, I would like to arrange that for in-store pickup, about half an hour later you get an email saying your in-store pickup order is ready, and then you can just go pick a copy up. You might have to travel a town or two over on the train. You know, sometimes I'll travel like 45 minutes to an hour on a train to go to the nearest one that does, but sometimes that is a way that you want the tips and tricks. That's sometimes a way that you'll see video games a little earlier than they're meant to be floated around in the UK. There are other tips and tricks I ain't sharing. I'm not sharing my super secret tips, but like that or Facebook Marketplace or eBay, if you sort them by most recently listed. Not bad options. I say this as someone who has sometimes been like, I haven't been offered a review code, but I want to get some time in time for launch day to be able to have some coverage ready. Or to do a stream the day before the UK release, once it's out in, like, New Zealand. These are some methods worth knowing. Oh, I can't remember if that's one of the items that will give me hearts after I take it, and therefore is safe to take or not. So, going to go without that item. My health is very low. I don't know how much longer. Oh, step on the switch. The mine cart. This will be the floor where I find the mine cart entrance to get the other half of the knife. Incumbent Hero says, my unsuccessful method for getting early games is to just ask the most clueless looking Best Buy employee. I pretend the game is out. Look, you just gotta find which retail stores don't give a shit about launch day. This is what I was thinking of and thought would be on the previous floor. I go to the end of here, I get the knife, and then I have to run away really quick. See, as I go through these floors, I'm recognizing enough to go, I see what this is going to do. Faster on Wheels says, I can actually see it, which is usually not the case for Dungeony games. It's got a distinct enough art style that, like, it's big and chunky and easy to make out pretty clearly what the various elements you're interacting with are. It's chunky, cartoonish art style works well in that regard. Oh yeah, I don't like bothering with this when I don't have... Having Azazel so I can just fly over the rocks makes this infinitely less terrifying to... Okay. Sorry, Mom. Okay. Here's our treasure room. Oh, Ipecac. I'm pretty sure that's Ipecac. That will explode. Ipecac is not good with the laser because it's too short range. Oh, summon bombs. Very good when my bombs are also big cross-shaped lasers. This would do ridiculous damage. Let's try it. Let me run the hell away and watch one use of my my Anarchist's Cookbook clear the entire boss fight room. Chat, you might know this. This door below me that's gonna damage me to go through it. Is it gonna take 1 heart or 2 to go through that door below me? Because obviously I can't afford to lose 2 hearts. But if I can go through that door for 1 heart... Does it take 1 heart at a time or half a heart at a time? Can I go and... Can I backtrack and find some half hearts I discarded to cheese my way through it? You believe so what? You believe half a heart at a time, or you believe a heart at a time? A heart at a time. Okay. I feel like that's the better way to go if I can. Let me backtrack and see if I can find just like a little bit of extra health. Yeah, I've really not seen many opportunities to take additional health in this run, unfortunately. Oh, it only damages once, but it's a single heart. Oh. Well. Sorry, I was trying to read chat, and that was my mistake. Trying to read chat without pausing it, fuck. Okay. Well, I'm not going through that door now, I guess. 50% off voucher is nice, but not worth it. Can I see a rock that if I explode it, I'll get something? No. Screw it. Oh. Shouldn't have come in here. Shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have done it. I got greedy. But I don't think that was terrible for a warm-up run when I'm gonna say probably haven't played this in 2025. I took a couple of really stupid risks there that I really shouldn't have done. So I was like, I remember that this door does something. Up. Right. Yeah, the game really gave me nothing to work with. Oh. FC Vorchi, your joke does not suck. It is exactly my level of cheesy. It is a terrible joke, brackets, positive, sincere. I love me a good terrible joke. Right, where am I going? Okay, I have at least one key now. That's gonna somehow turn into something. Let's go. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing a film this weekend. I've managed to go unspoiled on it so far. The third in the Knives Out trilogy is out this weekend. Knives Out, Glass Onion, and I forget what this new one's called, but the Daniel Craig is a gay detective with a southern drawl who will solve a silly, elaborate mystery. Oh, Wake Up Dead Man. Yes. We have a key, so we can go through here. I have read nothing about it. I have seen nothing about it. I know it exists, and I know that I dearly enjoyed the first two films, and therefore I am very confident that I will enjoy another. Okay, we actually have some health this time. Is my laser even long enough? Okay, it's just about long enough to get these. I see. Door. Mystery item. Bloody friend. Oh, I saw Wicked for Good last weekend. I don't know if I've talked anywhere about it. I haven't seen that yet. In many ways, it is the second act of the stage musical Wicked, for better or worse. Act 2 of that musical has problems, and many of those problems still exist in Wicked for Good. They have made changes, and I don't think that those changes fix any of the problems with Wicked's second act. If anything, they introduce new problems. I don't think Glinda, for example, I don't think they needed the Glinda to walk away from that film being like, and ultimately, I was right to believe that you have to work within the system to change it. Like, that film's ending, the film adaptation's ending really feels very, I was right to become a cop because I'd be one of the good ones and fix racism from inside the cops. I'm like,
I found pills.
Did you see the modern Poirot movies? I hated Kenneth B in that role. There's only one Poirot and it's David Suchet. I saw one, a Venice one. It might simply be called A Murder in Venice or something. Poirot, Venice, A Haunting in Venice. I enjoyed A Haunting in Venice. I did not see either of the previous two more modern Poirot films. This is the first one I saw Kenneth Branagh in, and I quite enjoyed it. I know for a lot of people there will only ever be one Poirot. I enjoy a little bit of Poirot. I'm not nearly as invested in the character, and as such, I very much enjoyed Kenneth Branagh's performance. I thought it was an enjoyable enough. It worked as a standalone little film that I had a good time with. Not based. Okay, the third one's not based on any source material. I wouldn't know. I'm not far enough in on Poirot to know if it was based on a source material book or not. A Haunting in Venice is the only one of the 3 I saw, and I had a good time with it. Marika Skolman says, Laura, is there a chance more Pixel Squirt or a successor could be made? I'd love your thoughts on the newest developments in video game porn. I'd be theoretically open to a successor show of some kind. That show... I don't know how much depth I want to go into here. That show fell apart, in large part, because there was a falling out between a couple of the people on the show. And it's not my place to say what went down. Some people out there will know, some will not. I think it was reasonably public. The kind of thing that's hard for a friendship to come back from went down, and Pixel Squirt as a name we probably couldn't go back to, because that very much was the 3 of us. And to do a new thing with the remaining 2 of us would be complicated, I think, in as much as continuing... I feel like it would dig up drama, because as soon as me and the other host, you know, if we hypothetically started doing a successor, like a barely the same in all but name successor, you know, I think a lot of people would suddenly start going, wait, where's the 3rd one? And start digging, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to be the source of... But what went down, it was clear some stuff was going wrong for that person with where they were at in their life, and I don't want to go, like, cause people to go dig up what was going on. I think that is not healthy. I think, you know, I'm being careful with what I say here, and I'm actively discouraging anyone. I don't want people going digging into this, but, like, it makes it hard to continue a thing unless you're gonna, like, unless you're going to very front and center address where's the missing one, you know. Does that make sense? I'd like it to come back at some point. I am still on very positive terms with one of the hosts of that show. I very much enjoyed making that show. It very much was a product of the 3 of us, and sometimes when something goes awry with a close little group like that, it makes it hard to go back to the creative project that you know it's not going to be the same when you go back to it, and that makes it hard to want to go back to it, right? Make Jonathan Holmes the co-host. His lack of interest in sex, but also lack of prudishness, would make him an excellent porn critic. There are multiple people I would love to have be a new 3rd member of a Pixel Squirt successor, and I do genuinely think if he had the time for it, and the ability in his family life, because he is an adult with family, and, like, he shied away from certain projects on the internet because of the constant sexual nature of his identity on the internet, and that's very fair. But I do think Jonathan Holmes giving very dry, serious, feminist, analytical readings of video game porn in the way that the 3 of us used to do, I do think he would slot in wonderfully. Yeah, Roll Spider, yeah. So, for anyone who wasn't around for that show, Pixel Squirt was a show I used to do, where we reviewed video game character pornography. Like, we would pick a video game series, like a Mass Effect, for example, and we would go and find what porn have people made of this. And we weren't going in there it wasn't a show to be like, sex. It was to go in and be like, no, we're going to discuss the plot lines. We're going to discuss, like, is this a faithful adaptation? What does this say about, like, the community around this game's attitudes to sex, based on, like, the themes that keep coming up repeatedly in the most popular pornographic works? Like, what does that tell us about, like, the audience for this game, based on the kind of pornography that the game led to? It was very much in the vein of something like the book I did, Things I Learned from Mario's Butt. That it's hey, that sounds like a silly idea, and then when you get there, it's like, no, we're gonna take this deathly seriously as an academic pursuit. Do you have any video game porns you'd like to show now? I've not kept up on the state of video game porn, because, you know, Pixel Squirt was the thing that gave me the excuse to do that. Though I will say, I'm not gonna get, this one I'm not gonna get too specific on, but this I find hilarious. You know, in the last few years, I've done work on some pretty big-name video game properties. One of those bits of credited big-budget video game work I did in the last couple of years, weirdly, happened at least in part because of Pixel Squirt. We did an episode about a video game or video game series, I'm not going to be too specific, and someone who worked on that video game or video game series listened to the episode of Pixel Squirt. That's how they found out I was a human who existed. They enjoyed my opinions and perspectives and saw my work as I was posting it, and then invited me to come do work on a big AAA game series. So, doing porn reviews of video game porn genuinely led to me getting one of the best, like, the biggest credited bits of video game work I ever did, one of the best paid bits of video game work I ever did, came as a result of me and two friends chatting about video game porn together. Life is weird, and you never know what's going to be your big break. This is why I believe in diversifying my content output, is, you never know what one weird bit of side content is going to be the bit that gets you, I don't know, work as a cultural consultant on a Dragon Age game, maybe. I'm not saying that's what it was, you know, it could have been anything, but, like, as an example, if it had hypothetically been how I got work on Dragon Age, that might be amusing to me. Oh no, fuck. Oh no, I don't know where the mirror is. Fuck. Okay, I'm kind of screwed right now. Okay, Maracas Skullman, here's my take on it. Some of those terms like minge are made... I always got the impression those terms were made by men who don't particularly like the women they're dating. Like, yeah, they want to fuck a woman, but they don't want to, like, think of her as being, like, nice. It is a culture of woman-hating that I think has led to some of the British slang around specifically female genitals that exists. Baby might have been nice, but I honestly couldn't remember 100% what it would have done, and I like this poison, this mass poisoning when I enter the rooms effect that I have here. I don't remember what this is called, but took some damage, which means I'm less likely to get the devil room. Why are jokes about despising your wife or girlfriend so popular in British culture? So I don't know if this... I get the impression this is similar in the United States, but I'm going to talk about British culture because I understand British culture. Most heterosexual lad-type men in the UK, to my best reading, do not enjoy the company of women. I often get the sense that they resent the fact they're attracted to women. If most of these, like, football laddish type men could have regular sex with women and have women do the household jobs that they don't want to do, but could do all of the, like, emotional bonding that they would do with a married partner, but with another man, they would prefer that situation. You know, they may not be sexually attracted to men, they may not be confident in men doing the household labor that they don't want to do, then they might value women for that. I do not think fundamentally most British lad-type heterosexual men enjoy the company of women. And it really, to me, as an outsider, as a queer outsider who absolutely fucking loves my wife more than anything, I learned enough German to point at her excitedly and say, "Du bist meine Frau," to excitedly exclaim she is my wife. I look at so many heterosexual men and go, everything about how you act with your partner just makes me feel like you resent that you have to be attracted to the gender you don't enjoy. Right? Yeah, in Canada, husband jokes are very common. Yeah, like the old ball and chain. The idea of like a hen do or a stag do as your last night of freedom. The cake toppers that are you literally being dragged into a marriage. It's like, then just don't get married if you feel that way about the person. Don't get married to someone just because you want reliable pussy you know you can fuck on a regular basis. Get a fuck buddy and live with your bro if that's what you want, because it feels like a lot of these men would be a lot less angry at the world if they were allowed to live with their male best friend and fuck a woman once a week. Like, if they could do that, I think they would be less angry at the world than they are married to women, and I will never understand that mindset of marrying someone you seem to resent that much. Yeah, the idea of the term wife, guys, I've heard from Americans of like, it's a whole thing if you like the woman you're married to. I'm like, I don't fucking understand. It's baffling. I need hearts. Because, like, when I think about that kind of, like, heterosexual relationship, my only response to it is, why did you marry them? Because, like, I can tell you why I married my wife, and the answer's very simple. Not only is she sexy, but also, she is my favorite human being. She is the human that I get home at the end of the day and I go, hell yeah, she's here. Fuck yeah, that's so good. I'm very thankful that she's here. I like that, and would like her to be around, like, every day. And marriage means I get to spend time with her, like, all the time. And that is why I married her. The idea that I would have any other kind of emotional relationship to my wife other than I'm excited she's here. In conclusion, I'm very gay for my wife. She's very good. And I enjoy being gay at her. And I'm glad that she's willing to be gay in response at me. Because being gay is more fun when you got someone that you'll, like... It's more fun as a team sport, being gay. Yeah. Ah, fuck. I'm gonna succeed at like 1 run tonight. Yeah, Raw Spider says, if your partner does not make you feel fuzzy on the inside, even and especially when life is being mean to you, then don't marry that person. Yeah, that's the vibe I get. Okay, let's go cricket. Shoot the whoop. Shoot the whoop. Okay, I have a long-range laser option. That's gonna help. Okay, damage and range up, both good.
The fool.
Touch, speed up. Okay, let's lock in. Let's lock in. PhD, better pills than I know what the pills do. Gaze up. Health up.
Health
yes.
up.
Not gonna worry about either of those. Terrace says, I enjoy being alone, so I'd have to really like someone if I were to marry them. You know what the secret to getting married was for me? Finding someone who I was who, A, I could be alone from, and they wouldn't see it as, like, me hiding from them or, like, doing something wrong. Like, hey, if I want to spend the evening in a separate room, playing video games up on the projector on the wall in bed while she's in the living room, that's not going to be a, why don't you want to spend time with me? But more importantly, and this was the bigger one, was finding someone who I felt like it was okay for me to do alone activities in the presence of and not have to justify myself. Because frequently what me and Jane will do is we'll both be in the living room doing completely separate activities, vaguely proximate, but not the same activity, right? Where I'll be on one sofa, she'll be on the other, she'll be on her computer playing one game, I'll be, I don't know, on my Switch playing a different game, and then, like, every hour and a half, we'll just check in and be like, how's your thing going? Yeah, my thing's going pretty good. How's your thing going? Yeah, my thing's going pretty good. Maybe she's in VR doing Beat Saber and I can kind of hear the music and I'm over on the sofa playing a bit of Hyrule Warriors. Every now and then, I'll vaguely put my hand in her direction, and she'll feel me doing that, and she'll hold my hand. I'll be like, I love you. She'll be like, I love you too. And then we'll go back and spend like another 3 hours completely doing separate things in each other's company. The ability to be like, I don't feel like I have to apologize for the fact that I'm doing not the same thing as you, but that I can do my own thing near you, but separately, and feel like I'm having alone time together. That was the key for me to being like, that's the one I'm gonna marry. Does that make sense? Parallel play, yeah. I call it cat time. Right, me and Jane do a lot of that, because we are both people who enjoyed alone time and then found like, oh, a person I'm happy to be alone with. The secret. Ooh, Gladiator Bombs? Yeah, screw it, we go for that. Oh, faster on wheels, have a good rest of your day. Need to pay attention to where I'm physically moving. Okay. Spin the wheel. Destiny. Oh, blow up that rock.
Wheel of Fortune. 48 hours.
What you're saying about Jane and you makes me think of what one of my uncles told me about the meaning of intimacy. Yeah? Yeah, what did your uncle say about the meaning of intimacy? I need help. I need help. I need help. God. There we go. I need to remember I have prize bombs. Those might have hearts in them. We do more money. Okay, a heart and a half is enough to continue. People who constantly try to fill the air with their voice are people who are afraid of actual intimacy. It's the silence that gets them nervous. It's the realization that they can just be in the room with you, not saying anything, and you'd still be okay, that terrifies them. Those people have been hurt in the past. Don't date them, but also help them, they need it. People that can be in the same room as you without trying to break the silence are the people that really feel okay with. I agree with that. I think It took me a lot of time to learn to be comfortable in silence. I enjoy silence, but as an autistic person, I was very much taught to assume that silence means a person's having a bad time, and if someone's being silent, that means you fucked up in some way. And it took a lot of unlearning that to go, someone happy to be silently in your company is a magical thing. Okay. One more go, one more go. We're gonna do it, we're gonna do it. Gosh, it's been so long since I've played this. Oh yeah, hey! Tara, that's a good thing to plug. If you enjoy my streams, you would probably also enjoy my wife Jane's. She streams Thursdays, which is one of the days that I don't stream, at 8 PM UK, what is that, 3 PM Eastern, noon Pacific. Basically an hour or so earlier than I usually stream, on Thursdays. If you enjoy my streams, you'll probably enjoy her streams. Go watch her stream. There's a lot of community overlap and just a good little pleasant, a similarly pleasant little corner of the internet to be at. FC Forchi says, as an autistic person, I have trouble stopping myself from overthinking what others think about what I've said. I have had conversations over the years with some of my longest term friends, and I don't remember the exact wording, but I know the sentiment of what stuck with me is, I had a conversation with a friend, I'm going to say like 5 or 6 years ago, that basically boiled down to, oh, well, how do I know that, like, when you say...
I found pills.
If you say that you enjoy my company, how do I know you actually mean it and you're not, like, secretly in your head, like, actually, I hate you, Laura, I'm just saying that to be polite. How do I know? And I've been friends with this person for many years. I was like, you know, that's the voice I have in my head. The, like, yeah, but what if secretly, actually, you hate me and you don't want to spend time with me? And their response was, are you calling me a liar? And I'm like, no, of course not. And they're like, sure, cool. Then the alternative is you believe me. When I say that I enjoy your company and that I would tell you if I didn't, and I would, you know, I wouldn't like secretly do that behind your back. Either call me a liar to my face, tell me I think you're lying, in which case I'll go, no, I'm not. Or you believe me, your friend, that I would tell you if that were the case. And I was like, look, I can't promise I'm always going to feel that up here. But you know what? Yeah. If I wouldn't to your face go, that's a lie, fuck it, my only alternative really is to go, okay, I believe that you are my friend and that you would tell me if I fucked up. And it suddenly just clicked in my head. I was like, I enjoy your friendship. Fuck, you know what? Sure, I gotta trust you that you like me. Ooh, rainbow effects.
The sun.
Ooh, Hidden room. Oh god, what does the monkey paw do? I don't know what the monkey paw does. I don't want to have the monkey paw, do I? I don't remember what the monkey paw does. I know the liver's good. Liver's good. Yeah, Rule Spider, there's very few people in this community I would confidently call neurotypical. I'm not saying neurotypicals aren't welcome here. Of course they're welcome here. You know, we could have some token neurotypicality, but it's not how I would define the vibe. Monkey's paw spawns black hearts when you reach 1 half a heart. Does that 3 times, then disappears. Oh! I assumed it would have like a negative aspect to it, because like a monkey paw wish is like, you got your wish, but also something bad. Would not have called that it was just a pure positive. Oh, look at this actual health I have. Mr. Gimpy is sometimes when I take damage, health drops. Oh, Tara, thank you very much for the Prime sub. Thank you for the 25 months. Also, I realised I've been doing a bad job at looking at the Twitch-specific chat that has the, those notifications in. So I gotta double check I've not missed any notifications in the Twitch-specific one over here recently. Let me double check. Nah, we're all good. Soul Hearts, which is nice for Azazel. Yes, yes. There's a rune shaft. I'm gonna have one. I don't know what it does, but I'm gonna take it with me.
Infested.
What if it's a random rune effect? Ooh. Oh, I like a compass. Yeah, we are getting imminently close to new 3D Metroid content. I'm very ready to play that game at 120 FPS handheld. Be the first 120 FPS game on Switch 2 that I put any significant time into. It is exciting. Oh, so many HP ups. 4 red hearts even after buying something from a devil room. Oh. Okay. Okay, this is going okay. I don't think this bullseye thing works with that item, so we're gonna go for the random. Money. To the shop. God, it's slower than I thought it was. Yeah, didn't think marked worked for brimstone lasers. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, the next 2 weeks are Metroid Prime 4 and Pokemon DLC. Oh, I'm gonna be a busy bean. Shot speed up, yeah. Oh yeah, Tooth and Nail is the one where, like, I don't take damage on the 4th flash. 2, 3. Yeah. Yeah, that's the timing. It's when all those things disappear, I don't take damage. Aha. Deliberately do stuff that should damage me and not take damage. Honestly, I think that makes the timing easier for me to track, the fact that the body override happens. Because I can just watch for when my horns disappear and go, oh, that's the timing. The weirdly drastic form change is kind of helpful. Trail of Tears. Oh, double my friends? Yes. Okay. Not necessarily that useful for this friend, but if I can get a better friend or additional friends, that could be really useful.
Justice.
Okay, okay. We're doing alright. We went down to the secret room this time. We didn't get the other half of the knife, unfortunately. But it doesn't really matter. I don't need to be heading to a specific boss. I'm heading to whatever boss I happen to find. I just want to get a positive run. I want a run that I succeeded on rather than all of the failed runs I've had before I presumably stopped playing most recently.
Range up.
24, yeah, I can afford to get the shot. So many rotten babies! Triple rotten baby's pretty nice. Oh, damage and range up. Jesus Juice is really good. I love me some Jesus Juice. Okay, I think this is going to be the one. I think we're going to have a successful run of some kind. Where will it take us? I cannot say. I really hope that Metroid Prime 4 will sell well as well, but also the fact that they haven't done a dedicated direct for it, like, there's a lot of things that I think are working against its sales potential, depressingly.
The chariot.
We'll see. I want to believe. I want to believe this is Metroid's chance. I want to believe that Metroid Dread selling as well as it did will reinvigorate sales interest for the 3D Metroids. We'll see. Oh, the Metroid series has never sold well. And, yeah. It is a thing that it is a series that at this point mostly exists to keep Nintendo diehards happy more than it is to actually be a money earner for Nintendo, as much as they would like that to turn around. I'm curious if planned Metroid movie will help in that regard. Like, I do think there is a general audience who, if sold a really good low dialogue, alien-esque Metroid film would probably get on board with playing the series, but... fuck. I have no sense of where I am anymore. I shouldn't have done this in a floor where I don't have a map. Oh no, oh no. I really did mechanically enjoy the idea of Metroid Other M. For all of the ways that its narrative choices kind of fucked it over, I do like the idea of a Metroid game with more of a melee element, of, you know, some of those choices it made were interesting. Here we go, here we go. Oh, we've only made it to Mum. I really thought we were further in. Okay, so which of these pictures I take will determine which boss I head toward. And I don't remember which picture leads which way. Yeah, angels and things will be if I take the light one. Like Satan will be if I take the dark side. And then if I go in this way... Oh, I would have needed the knife to go in here, wouldn't I? The knife would have let me go in here, and I could have... Negative is the lamb. There would have been items I could choose from, but I would have had to fight a shit ton of bosses back to back unless I had the fool with which to escape. Or, no, it's... I don't need the knife. I would have needed to get here within X amount of time. Maybe I wasn't quick enough, like it's speed that opens that. Oh, this is the room I'm thinking of. Oh yeah, I needed the knife to go that way. Okay. Do I want to do this? Ah, fuck it, I'm in. Let's go for it. This was probably an unwise move, but I'm going for it. Come on, someone drop the fool for me to escape via. Oh, staying in the same room for ages will mean I can keep duplicating my buddies, which is probably very powerful. Yeah, I can just keep spewing more and more and more flies. From all of my little buddies. Oh, actually, yeah, this was totally worth it.
Strength.
then I get money equals damage. Oh, okay, okay. Okay. Goes to the dead womb. Okay. Yes, I need to keep remembering to use the Box of Friends. Yeah, great room for Box of Friends, exactly. Box of Friends is wonderful if you get the right... Like, on a greed run, I really like Box of Friends. Yes, and there's no more shops, which means that money making my damage go up. Very valuable. Ah, fuck it, at this point, just go straight to the boss room. An additional friend. Nice. What are my options here? What do these doors lead to? I don't remember which bosses these go to, so I'm gonna go... That's the sort of Isaac-y, the one that's sort of like Isaac. We're fighting this one. Blue Womb. Yeah, I don't remember where Blue Womb goes, but we're going there. Oh, this one. Yes. That transforms into a bunch of different shapes. I don't want Sad Onion, do I? Hush Fight. Yeah, I probably want Little Plum of the two. Have another friend. Do I shop? Do I get some more money out of here? Because money equals power. Maybe buy the temp part just because. Okay, first phase down. Pause just to give myself a breather. Because this is going alright so far and I don't want to fuck it up. Damage than I should have been taking this early, but... Oh, health. There we go. I can get health. Health might drop during the fight, and that's what I need to hope for. I'm producing flies. I'm doing damage. I should be playing more defensively. Oh fuck! I restarted the battle. Fuck. Okay, that's what fucked me over. I ain't winning this now. Oh well. It was going so well, and then I accidentally reset the fight. I'm a bloody fool. We're gonna try it again, though. I'm going to beat a run of this game tonight. Again, I don't think I'm doing terribly, considering I've not played it, I'm gonna say probably since this time last year. A reasonable amount of this has stuck with me. Blood bombs are very nice. Come on, be nice. Give me the full brimstone tonight, game. Give me brimstone. Forchi, have a good rest of your day. Here's some shot speed up is very nice. Chris Stevens says, in the same week you influenced me buying a Switch 2 and Pokemon ZA, loving it as my first Pokemon game. Congrats! I'm really glad you're enjoying it. Convinced me to buy Pirate Yakuza and blast me back into the past remembering your Fist Shark Butts episode. I'm glad that this week has been such a Laura influential week on your media consumption, I guess. I should re-listen to that Fist Shark episode at some point. I vaguely remember recording it, and could not tell you basically anything that happened in that recording. It was a bit of a fever dream. Oh, now this is Ipecac. Or is it? No, is it Rebuscement? Oh, it is Ipecac. Well, we're going in. We're playing a dangerous game today. If I can get my range up, this might be okay. Or if I could get Pyromaniac, it'd be bloody good with Pyromaniac. We're playing with Explosive Vomit. I'm in danger. Oh god. Okay, oh god, does that fuck up my chance to go in the Joker room? Or is the Joker room still gonna be there? Oh, I think I missed my chance to Joker room. Fuck it, use the Joker.
Joker.
Don't think either of those is worth it. Yeah, I shouldn't have taken the Ipecac. It's too early in the run. I'm resetting. What was that thing I turned down earlier that I thought was the Ipecac, and then I saw this and was like, no, this is the Ipecac. I turned something down earlier because I thought it was the Ipecac, but it definitely wasn't that. I think that is it. I think it was rubber cement. I think what happened is the rubber cement I thought was the Ipecac didn't take it. I then saw the Ipecac and went, well, if the other one was Ipecac, this has got to be rubber cement. Nope, had them the wrong way around. Of the two, I picked up the Ipecac and not the rubber cement. Mega Tears gonna be interesting. So it's gonna be big charge but big damage. We can make that work. Oh, range up. I'm just gonna have to really make sure I take my time to charge up these Mega Tears. Charge up time is gonna be brutal for regular enemies, but pretty effective for boss rooms. Remember, I can load those in. Onion makes my tears fast. Toxicor it is. Slow me down, but my range and damage is pretty good. This is going to test my patience. Bad start. I don't know what duality does. I do not know what duality does. I took it, and I don't know what it does. Hey, Daniel Aldridge. I made it to the Blue Womb, which was pretty good. I'm doing alright at this. Ish. An angel and a devil room after each boss. Ooh, nice. Pick one, the other disappears. Oh, that's a very nice ability. Don't know what static tears would even do with this laser. Can I get the knife today? One more go, one more go. If I push you far enough, you will open that for me.
Death.
Ooh, another mega. Okay, we're starting a second run with Mega Tears. The game really wants us to do a Mega Tears run. PhD's never bad to have. Oh! Is the Mega Tears called Polyphemus? Because if so, I glossed over that. I know why it's called that, because it's one giant eye, like the Cyclops from the Odyssey. Oh, that's way better. Neither of these is... What do these do? The one on the right is flight, isn't it? I should have just my Binding of Isaac items up on the right. Visual glossary. Yeah, so I want... Rebirth items. Can I search this by, like, items I get from the Devil Room? Here we go. Temporary demon form. Yeah. Oh, that counts as... Oh, it's while it's active, I would have. Full screen. Okay. Yeah, worth it. I see. Okay. It's not the double brimstone that I want, but I can make it work. It's better to have than not have. Find the white flame.
Devil.
I think this is so far from the mirror room. Monster in 1 health. No. We go for it, we go for it. Oh, book room. Book room is nice. Golden Horseshoe is nice. Temporary Psychic Shot is good if I can get a longer laser. Hey, Demon. My week has been good but busy. I'm gonna have proper coverage up on it next week, but I went and checked out another interactive theatre slash video game but real sci-fi experience in London. I was doing preview showings this week. Lander 23 by Punch Drunk. I have complicated accessibility thoughts about it that I'm working out what I want to do with, and fundamental game design thoughts about it. But it was a very positive thing to check out, in as much as I had a very lovely time with a friend that day, and I have a lot to say about it, which is, you know, made it worth the trip. I had a very jam-packed week. I was out of the office one day of the week, and that meant trying to wedge all of my work into one fewer day. Which meant everything was very, very busy this week. Oh, could I touch the other book in the book room? I thought I didn't take my ADHD meds today, and I'm real glossing over. I thought if I took one, the other one vanished, but apparently not. No, you're right. The other one is just there, isn't it? You know, if I'd thought about it and not just glossed over the fact it was still there, I'd have done it just to find out if it was a book I wanted to have. I don't think this does anything. Oh no, it does slightly extend my range. Okay. What I want, the Lucky Horseshoe. Oh, fuck.
The fool.
You know what, if we fail this run, I might just do a greed or greedier run. Have a little bit of variance before we finish up. Yeah, screw it. No, not continue, the other one. I'm gonna do... I did the same difficulty again. I am not a particularly well-focused person today. Hopefully I can afford a... Yeah, what do I get here? In here, see if I get a...
The fool.
Tara says, so excited for Dice Funk tomorrow. Really good getting to see Hop's upbringing. It's also been great hearing Hop explain things that happened to her growing up and having her siblings just look at her in a way that says that wasn't a good thing. Yeah, Hop's letting some of the guardrails down on... Oh, is that not normal? Oh no. How far are we into the exploring Hop's mum's hoard arc? I can afford health. Nathalie, it's been lovely to have you around. Hope you've had a good day. Ranging Tears Up is very good. Oh, that's way better. That's a way better start. And extra hearts. And come on, give me a key that I can access for free. Would be really nice. No, not quite, but that's fine. Ooh, half price items. Half price items. Oh, this is very promising. We figured out what the Numenon was on the first try. DiCaprio had the vision of the wonder of Hop's birth. Oh, yes. Yes, DiCaprio got to feel what it was like. Got to feel Hop's mother's warmth, loving warmth. Cool. Super cool. Super cool that Hop didn't get to experience that, isn't it? Okay. Five gives enough for this. Itchy wig. Yeah, as Tara said, as you say, Tara, Hop wanted so badly to know her mother loves her, and DiCaprio knows her mother doesn't feel the same way. Fucking brutal. I love how dice tell stories sometimes. Oh yeah, I know I could pivot to... There are characters who would be more sensible for me to do greed with, but I'm enjoying playing as, I'm enjoying playing as,
A fool.
Azazel tonight, so... I'm gonna stick with Azazel just because I'm having fun. This season of Dice Funk has been so messy, it's been very good. Ooh, was that the Meeseeks box? A percentage chance of just having items for free would be really nice this early in the run. Rough start. Yeah, that box would be so good to have. Screw it. We've gotta try and be sensible. Micro friends. I just like firing my big laser, okay? Okay. Oh, the ability to get real hearts. Okay, there's some very good prospects here. If we can get past this first floor with a couple of good items, we'll be on track for an alright run. We need to not be losing this much health this early. Get the key and the guaranteed item for 5. Ooh, reusable soul protection. Okay, we have some ways of generating, some options for generating and having early game health. Very promising. Reusable Eternity is better option. Gonna do is we're gonna save it. I'm gonna use it to get 2 hearts at the end of this floor. One more coin. 1 coin short. Okay. You get to 5 coins. Buy the battery. What I want to use is 1 half heart now. Come on, give me 1 coin down here before I leave. Yes, okay. What we do is we grab battery to fill up. Go down this floor. Gain the extra heart. Gain the extra half down here. Oh, I should have bought it instead. Thought I'd get to... No, I forgot exactly how to make this work. Okay. Half per... Ooh. Oh, it's partial. Okay. Well, if I can recharge the battery before losing that half.
Experimental pill.
There's another heart. So many spider spitters. Okay, they're not spawning any more enemies in, so I just need to protocol about this. Okay, 11. 5. Okay, buy at least 1 health. Okay, I can get 1 half-price item. Oh. Not worth it, not worth it. Okay, down the floor. Okay. One of these, give me some health.
The Hierophant. Justice.
All means I can visit in here. Means I have at least 5. So I can get... Oh, there's a free key, that's great. So I can go here. That's not gonna do it. Health. This makes it so every time I use the active item, it activates twice? Is this that one? Yes. Okay. Every time I activate the prayer thing now, I get a full heart container. Not instantly helpful, but if I'm going to win this run, I've got to think at least a little long term. Okay. Health is looking better now. Angelic doors. Ooh. Blood of the Martyr. Okay. Okay, this is feeling better. Homing bombs. Stick. Yes, mother. Half a heart. Ooh. Eth Demon says, I'd ask if you got anything on the Steam sale, but I know you're more of a console gamer. I mean, I have the Steam Deck and the ROG Ally, so I do play stuff on Steam. I've not done a huge amount of looking at what's in the Steam sale, embarrassingly enough. Give me a moment. Sorry, I've just realised I've gotten some work messages. There we go. Black Friday sale. Let's have a look at what is on this Steam sale very, very quickly. Fallen Order 349 is pretty good. Power Wash Simulator 999. Some of these are all things I already have on other platforms. Let's have a look. Death Stranding, if you've not played the first one, Death Stranding for a 10 is pretty good. I've played games tagged dwarf, so I'm getting shown dwarf games. Didn't know that the presence of dwarves was a genre. Void Miner. I'm doing a quick skim here. TMNT Splintered Fate, which is, I think, the one by, who's the guy? Xavier Nelson? Is that the Xavier Nelson one? If so, I mean to check that out. See, I don't engage with Steam sales a huge amount because a lot of the time I pick up most games around the time they launch for full price because needing to sort of be on top of them be on top of what's releasing for work purposes. Ooh, entry-level Steam Deck down to $279 from $350. Pretty decent. What's top selling right now? Yeah, honestly, nothing's hugely jumping out at a quick skim. Okay. Right, in we jump. What was I doing? What was I doing? Getting a whole heart every time this fills up is beautiful. Isn't good. I need to play more cautiously. Defensive play. Fuck. One more run, one more run. Here's and shot speed up is nice. I like that I called tonight a warming back, like a warm-up return to this game. And all of my gameplay has been on either hard or greedier. I've not eased myself in with, like, easy or greed. I'm like, no, no, no. If I'm gonna do this, I'm jumping in. I want it to be hard. I want to struggle. Bullshit. You've been gifted Jiggle Journey.
The Hanged.
I mean, is it what it sounds like? I would assume. Oh! Yeah. I mean, I can think of a couple of ways to interpret getting gifted Jiggle Journey. Oh, I know what I need to check out, because yesterday was Thanksgiving, which means I should be checking out, oh, one sec. Box. there should be another episode of one of my favorite annual podcasts to listen to, Till Death Do Us Blart, which I don't know how many of you are aware of Till Death Do Us Blart. It is a podcast where the three McElroy brothers, plus the two hosts of a podcast called The Worst Idea of All Time, get together and once a year watch the movie Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 and review it. And the two of the hosts of this are on a show called The Worst Idea of All Time, which is that every year they pick a film, a terrible film, and they have to watch and review it every week for a year. So they have to watch and review the same film 52 times in a year, and they've joined the McElroys to do once a year for the rest of all time. We will come together once a year and watch and review Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. And they're like 7 years deep into watching and re-reviewing Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. Is there a new... It's a beautifully terrible idea. Because the thing is, I'm a big fan of The Worst Idea of All Time, because at a certain point when you're watching the same film 52 times in a year and having to come up with an hour of new thoughts to have about it, you start discovering, quote-unquote, new subplots you hadn't noticed previously, coming to appreciate little bits of nuance in the performance of these terrible films, and then you just start losing your mind a little bit. I do enjoy the, where on the spectrum of, no, I cracked it and this film's actually brilliant, to, I can't keep doing this, are they going to end up on a particular watching? Death Blart 22, is there... Yep, there is. As of yesterday, Death Blart 2025 is up. Till Death Do Us Blart 2025.
Every Christmas.
Sorry, I underestimated. They're on their 11th year of watching and reviewing Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. I need to keep that in a tab to maybe give a watch. Yeah, what films have they done The Worst Idea of All Time with? Let's have a look. Worst Idea of All Time podcast. Are they still going with The Worst Idea of All Time? And if so, what are they currently reviewing? For a while it was Sex and the City 2. I watched Sex and the City 2 without ever having watched the original Sex and the City movie or the TV show. Okay, season 1 was Grown Ups 2. The second year of the show was Sex and the City 2. In season 4, they watched Sex and the City's first movie 52 times. So they watched Sex and the City 2 52 times. 2 years later, watched Sex and the City 52 times. The Fast and the Furious. Season 6 was The Fast and the Furious. So 52 viewings and reviews of The Fast and the Furious. Oh my goodness. I might have to get back in. I haven't listened to The Worst Idea of All Time for a little while. I might have to get back in. Starting in November of 2025, Season 7, they're watching Joker Folie à Deux, the second Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie. Well, I might have to return. I mean, the podcast is well named. It is The Worst Idea of All Time. I couldn't subject myself to that, but... You know... Much respect to them. yes, I don't keep up to date on that show terribly well, but every time I only know about American. I only remember when American Thanksgiving is because I'm like, ooh, it's time for another Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 review. Okay, okay, I'm not gonna bother buying anything on this floor. Okay, oh, having the cats to summon the flies. Already making this feel more promising. I do love me a good podcast with a really stupid gimmick. Every now and then I do think about the one time I did a really stupid podcast gimmick. Okay, I've done that more than once, but the one that I think about is, Laura K. Buzz will be on My Brother and Me. Which, for anyone who's unaware of this, a few years back, the McElroy brothers did a podcast series called The McElroys Will Be in Trolls. The McElroy brothers will be in Trolls 2, in which they confidently, they were not, at that time, cast in the movie Trolls 2, but they recorded it as if it was like, after the fact. Well, you know how we were in the movie Trolls 2. Well, this is the story of the journey of us trying to get into the movie Trolls 2. But, you know, told like it happened in the past. It definitely happened. Like, just confidently trying to state their way into getting to be in Trolls 2. And so I thought it would be funny to make a parody of that called Laura K. Buzz Will Be on My Brother and Me. I made, I think, like 6 or 7 episodes of it, and did indeed talk my way into being on an episode of The Bim Bam. I did an episode where I managed to contact the wife of one of the hosts of the podcast, and I got her on as a guest. And we did a little interview in which she was like, no, yeah, just literally, I'll give you my home address, come fly out. I will hide you in his cupboard, and as soon as they start recording, I will, like, unlock the cupboard and let you out, and you just... I will help you break your way onto the show. I was like, hell yeah. It was such a fucking stupid gimmick, but it was fun. Fuck. I got the money, but I blew up the... Oh, I wanted the half-price shit. Okay. That's on me. I got greedy. Lives is very good. I should re-listen to Laura Will Be on the Bim Bam at some point. Because genuinely I don't remember half of what I filled the time doing that show with. Because I'm like, yeah, I know that I did like the general premise. And I did the episode where I got, I think it was Sydney McElroy on. I genuinely cannot think how I filled multiple episodes of that, what I would have done with that time. Cricket's Head's really good.
The stars.
One makes you large.
Oh no, not larger, fuck. Okay. Okay. I need to remind myself how I filmed 9 episodes of that show. The ADHD has gone wandering now, and I need to answer this thought. What did I do with... How many episodes am I making? Well, if this is gonna work... ...2019... 2000... Okay, so episode 1 was... deciding I was gonna be on. Episode 2... Oh, was teaching myself to be an expert on new things. Oh. Oh god, I forgot how stupid the rabbit hole went. So, the McElroys Will Be on Trolls 2 happened. I then parodied it and started doing Laura Will Be on My Brother and Me. Alexis Sarah then made Alexis Sarah Will Be on Laura K. Buzz Will Be on My Brother and Me. So, the second episode of Laura Will Be, the third episode of Laura Will Be on My Brother and Me was me interviewing the person who had the confidence to podcast their way onto Alexis Sarah Will Be, to podcast their way onto my parody podcast. That was episode 3. Okay, that I see how I did that. Second episode was Laura teaches herself to be an expert in new things and interviews a McElroy. Oh. I guess I interviewed not a McElroy. Episode 4 was interviewing Sydney McElroy. Sydney McElroy gives Laura the green light to emotionally manipulate Justin McElroy, secretly move into their house, and just straight up invite herself onto their podcasts. And then I'm assuming episode 5 was... Oh, it's happening. I have talked my way into a Mabim Bam. Okay, I see. I forgot entirely that someone made a... We went a third layer deep and someone made a parody podcast to get onto my parody podcast. That was such a stupid... I need to make more stupid bullshit like that. It's been a while. I should have taken the coins equate to damage thing that was in that first saving room. Give me a room with half-price items. Come on, be nice to me, game. Give me a little half-price row in the shop.
Hematemesis. Puberty.
There we go, I've got some more stuff on my build now. Instantly losing another life. Oh, yeah, I can be having full-length laser beams. And it won't vanish until I leave the room. Ooh, this might be it. I might actually get to finish a run tonight. I have 2 lives remaining. Couldn't get ahead of myself. I think we're going to leave it there for tonight. Thank you, everyone, for joining. I hope you've enjoyed this probably one-off Binding of Isaac stream as I jump back into this game. I'm going to go have a nice little weekend off, but I will catch you all next week. There's a good chance I'll be streaming some Metro Prime 4 on Wednesday or Friday next